All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Get up!
Now Ryan on second down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
20.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Hey, other side, solid.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And now running right through it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Hey, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 more on that one and another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Freeman again, a first down carry. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And some room to roam now. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
81.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Wentz now to throw. And he connects with Ebron. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Get up!
Ryan will throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
On first down, Wentz. Ebron caught left side. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Great.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to look deep down. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Go.
Wentz going to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Here we go. Waiting. Switch. Great.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run here with Freeman. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 82. Wins to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Come on now. Let's go. Liz. Dre 15.
Now Wentz. And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bring it to me. Black. Here, go. Please. What's up?
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back now in Atlanta. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now Wentz. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
81. Back. 20.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's going to be caught. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Hey, other side, solid.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, other side, solid. What's this?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it in for a Colts score. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Let's go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. You could not write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Again, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, but by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Sunday.
They run again with Hines to the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Trey 15. Trey 15. 81. Great.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Get up!
Now the pitch to Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Get up!
They toss to Freeman. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Get up!
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Colts, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.